And I'll just do one more. So this is what I do, because you can see how long my periods of unemployment are. Any person would break under this kind of stress and this kind of pressure. But if you want to keep your faith strong, that's what you have to do. That's what I have to do anyway. I don't know about other people. I can do anything. I can do all things, for it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible through you. Blind eyes are opened, strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing is impossible. Sweet Jesus, through you, gonna live by what I see. I'm not gonna live by what I feel. Down, I know that you're here with me. I know that you can do anything. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things, for it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible through you. Blind eyes are opened, strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing is impossible. I'm not gonna live by what I see. I'm not gonna live by what I feel. I know that you're here with me. I know that you can do anything. I can do anything. I can do all things, for it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible through you. Blind eyes are opened, strongholds are broken, for it's you who give me strength. Nothing is impossible. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in you. I believe, Jesus, I believe in you. I believe, Jesus, I believe in you. Through you I can do anything, for it's you who give me strength. Nothing is impossible through you. Blind eyes are opened, strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing is impossible. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. I believe, Jesus. I believe in you. Right. So that's what I do. I try to sing at least once a week. At least once a week. I sing at least once a week. I play my piano now. Not every day, but at least once a week I practice my piano. And I like to do a lot of the Elvis Presley music. And I do some classical now because I've taught myself to play again. So I can play the Ave Maria. I can play a little bit of the Wedding March. The music that I have is very complex, so I'd actually have to take more lessons to play that. But I can do quite a few of the classical pieces. Clair de la Lune, some of the waltzes. So yeah, that's what I do. And it's important, like if you're going through difficulties, you're going through hardship, that's when you have to do the praise and worship more, count your blessings more, turn to the Lord more, because that's what Satan wants to break, is our faith. If Satan can't break our faith, he wants to open our hearts to evil. That's why I told Rafa I close my heart. You have to close your heart to the world when you're going through extreme difficulty, because this is extreme. This is extreme what I am going through. It's extreme to go on food banks and to go on electricity support and not be able to pay your rent, not be able to pay your bills. It's extreme. It's extreme. Like if you're going through it in Africa, you can say, okay, you know what, that's the global south. Like, you know, you expect some of these things, but you come to a rich country like Canada, you work hard, you get your education, you get your degrees, you get your certifications, and still you can't make ends meet, and millions of people are using food banks. And the way they set up this Ontario Works, they set it up mainly for people who are disabilities, who have disabilities, because the thinking behind it is that that's why you can't get a job, that's why you can't get a job, that's why you can't hold a job, because there's something wrong with you. But if you look at people who are using food banks today, if you look at people who are lining up at job fairs, they all people like me. They all professionals, they all people who held steady jobs, who held multi-billion-dollar project roles, and we just can't get jobs. So, see these dark circles under my eyes. When I work, I look so much better. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that because it'll probably help somebody watching my videos. And I do the Our Father, I do Thank You Lord, I do a lot of praise and worship songs. And I read the scriptures every day. And I'm just sharing it because I know that there's a lot of people connected to me, that it will help you in your own journey. And I didn't get what I wanted to do, which was to lead retreats and facilitate retreats in the church and all that. So that's why I decided to do it this way, through the social media. And it's also important because HRPA, where I have my certification for HR, they have big conferences, they have big events and webinars and all this. So sometimes if they see that you're putting it out there and you're doing it, then they can invite you to speak or to sing or to do something. And they have a lot of religious leaders and faith leaders that they invite to the annual events, to the trade shows. So if they can't find anything of yours on the internet, they can't see that you're putting it out there, that you're doing it, they're not going to invite you. Why would they invite you? Because nobody knows who you are. You tell people that you can sing, but where's the proof? Because I stopped reading at the church. So when I used to read, the readings I used to do were not live streamed. They were not put out onto the internet. Other people's were. So I know, and Father Larry knows, and the people who go to my church know. But other than that, who knows? The people who are out there, who they schedule to do the mass readings for the 11:30 when it's live streamed, those are the people that they know. It's the same thing with my singing. I sing at home, but at least it's out there and people can see it. And then they can say, yeah, we've heard Belinda singing, or people, my friends, my school friends can tell people, whether they're in New Jersey or in Zimbabwe or wherever, they can tell people, that's my friend, that we know her. They can remember me. So that's how it's done. Because even when I registered for my Maxwell leadership, when I registered it with HRPA, they wanted links. They want links. They want to be able to go to your YouTube, your social media, your Facebook, to see, like, what are you doing? How many followers do you have? Are people signing up for your talks? Because I'm not Deepak Chopra. I don't have millions of people following me, or the guy that wrote the monk that sold his Ferrari. I'm not famous like them. So I have to keep working at it, and I have to keep doing it until I get those invitations. And also with this, even though they know that it's Mr. Maxwell's team, they know that, he doesn't come here. Like I don't think I've ever seen him here in Toronto. He's speaking and all that is always in America. So that pull is not there. Like Joyce Meyer came here many years ago. Joel Osteen came many years ago. But they don't come that often. So if you're not putting it out there, you're not showing people what you can do, you're not showing your work, you're not demonstrating it, why are they going to invite you? It's the same thing with my singing with Presley. It's because I want to go and sing at Graceland. So if I'm not singing, if I'm not showing them what I can do, how are they going to choose me? How are they going to invite me? That's how people get selected. Because Priscilla Presley or Riley or whoever his management team are, they see the videos and then they invite people. That's how they choose people. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share for today. And I focus on the praise and worship in this time of need, in this time of not having money, in this time of being bankrupt, in this time of not having work. I focus on counting my blessings more, because that's when Satan comes to break you. And I'm not going to allow him to break me. And even when I say the Mass, or I join in the Mass online, when I do that prayer for Holy Communion, I don't use the new one that they've put out there for the daily TV Mass. I use the old form, the one that says, never permit me to be separated from you. Because for me, that's my prayer, that Jesus and God would not permit Satan to separate me from the Lord. That's my prayer. And then I put that faith in the Lord, because the Lord only allows what he wants to happen. God only allows what he wants to happen. So that's where I put that faith. And it's the same thing if you look at the saints, if you look at Ruth in the Bible, if you look at Esther in the Bible, you look at all the women in the Bible, the things that happened to them, God allowed it because it was his plan. And I don't understand God's plan of what I'm going through and what's happening to my life, but he understands it. And it was the same with Ruth. It was all the men in the family were dying, and then just the women were left, and they were left vulnerable. But God was with them, and Ruth was faithful to her mother-in-law. And in the end, Ruth landed up marrying the richest man, because she went and she became like a slave. She used to pick up all the leftover sheaves of grain, and she landed up marrying the richest man there. So God has a plan for everybody, but I know that whatever happens, I know that I am held in God's hand. I might not have all the money in the world, I might not have everything that I need, but I make do, and I praise God and I worship God, and I don't turn to left or right. I stay faithful to Jesus.